Interestingly, enamel signs, these are absolute gold dust at the moment. They are doing so well. This little sign with a motorbike, New Hudson, and here it says, the gear that never fails. Well, one thing we can certainly say about this type of gear is this gear never fails to sell. Absolutely brilliant. This would have been probably in a garage, it could have been mounted on a tram, somewhere on a building, just as an advert. This is before TV. So this sign came in a couple of weeks ago and they said, what do you think it might make? Now the amazing thing is that we have Georgian furniture, 18th century paintings, 18th century porcelain. This is more popular than any of that. We get more bidders per enamel sign than we do for any of the above. So what's it worth? But the one thing I would say is easily missed because this was sold in a charity shop and it was bought for less than £10.
I was in one day and had me wander around, had my coffee and cake, and nothing took my interest. I'm after pictures of trains or railway books, etc. There, behold, there was this sign that we see here. And I thought, I like the look of that. And so picked it up, £5, I'll have it. Little knowing that it was something rather special. When I picked it up, I thought it feels heavy for a reproduction because the market's flooded with repros of all sorts of things nowadays. But I bought it. It looked a bit scruffy on the back, but hey, I liked it. And it sort of lived in my lounge just propped up against the radiator until I took it to Bamford's and I had it valued and received a rather pleasant surprise.
This is going to make £800 to £1,200.
That'll be my car insurance for the coming year. But I do intend making a donation to the charity shop where I purchased it from. I couldn't do any other in all good conscience. And that'll be a nice surprise for them, I hope. My wife and I used to go there at least once a week, and we found it a very nice place. Sadly, she passed away 3.5 years ago, and I still go. In fact, I go 3 days a week. My children now call it my rest home. But I find it comfortable there. It's my safe place, for want of a better description. And when I first started work, it was at the local co-op. And we had enamel signs on the walls of the shop outside, advertising quart products or Fry's chocolate and stuff like that. So yeah, I've grown up with them, but not had any particular interest in them. I wouldn't have bought this, but it had got a motorbike on and it did look good and it looked used. But obviously I didn't realise it was going to be what it is. I think the DVLA think I'm a boy racer because as I get older my insurance goes higher for my motor, and while I'm still able to drive, it's what gets me about to my charity shop, which is about 10 miles away from here. But yes, I think it'll go on paying for probably the MOT and insurance.
And what's more exciting is that in a couple of days, I'm going to go down to Maidstone in Kent and look at a collection of enamel signs that beats any other that I've ever seen. That's really exciting. Apparently, the house is absolutely full. I've seen a couple of photographs. He's got enamel signs on the walls, but it's a really, really interesting collection. Just look at these. They are fabulous.